Hello everyone, my name is Philip. I'm 32 years old. I'm from Romania and I suffer from severe depression, chronic depression, whatever, generalized anxiety, and actually it's borderline personality, which kind of brings them all together. And also, I had some problems with depersonalization and derealization. Uh, okay, so as you can see, I'm making this video on my channel about pipe smoking. Why? Because, well, mm, first of all, it's the only channel that I have, and since I already made a channel, I have to put these videos somewhere, alright? Pipe smoking is one of the very last few things that bring me joy in life, and so this video is not going to be uh, connected to pipe smoking. This video will not be connected to anything else but mental health. And I don't know, I took this decision to make a series of videos about mental health issues from my perspective as one that has been struggling with them since almost forever, since I was a child. It's a long history, it's complex story, but I'm going to try and cover all these things in just a few videos, and I'll try to make the videos short, okay? Um, of course, if you go to my other videos with pipe smoking, you will see a different side of me, a more jolly side of me, and the one where I actually have some hair. Uh, yeah, so I decided to make this video. First video in the series will be about depression. It's yeah, uh, it's going to, I'm sure that it's going to be hard to talk about it because there's a lot to discuss, and but the good thing is that I will be talking about it while I'm in a severe case, in a severe stage of depression. Um, this haircut, um, I done it to myself last days impulsively, you know. I just took mm, what's it called, the hair trimmer or whatever, and I just cut off my hair, and this is the result. Uh, why did I do this? I am not really sure, but this is more like punishing myself. I don't know about others who suffer from depression, but when I'm in this difficult situations, I tend to punish myself in various ways. Like I don't know, I either starve myself, or I just, for example, I was in um, weight loss program in which I actually, worked hard to get rid of some kilograms because it is necessary. And well, depression came and went, but eventually it got me pretty hard. And the same way, like to punish myself, I decided to eat a lot of junk. Um, like for example, I love um, junk food and stuff like that, like pizza or whatever. But thing is, when you're depressed, when I'm depressed, these don't even matter anymore. Like if I'm depressed and I'm having a pizza, I don't enjoy the pizza. I have no what's it called, joy in doing anything. But anyway, I started this video quite chaotically, so this is actually free speaking. I have no script, I have no idea how I'm going to talk about this, but um yeah, let me try to put it in order, okay? So, like I said, I'm 32 years old, and I think since I was 12 years old, um, 12 or 13, these problems started to appear in my life, especially anxiety, which is weird because I was a very active boy, I was very social, and to this day, I still don't know what happened in my life that, you know, made all this click and start ruining my life. So it's been some time, and in all this time, I've learned a lot. I learned what depression is, what anxiety is, what this and that is, from my own experience, from reading, from talking to psychotherapists and psychiatrists and stuff like that. So I came to know depression and the others, like generalized anxiety. I came to know them very well, and to a certain extent, I even got to manage them much better than I did in the past. And that is a very important thing. Like, once you know what works for you, you're on the right path. But even so, this is these affections are some very, how should I say, perverse and cunning affections, because you think you got it under control, and maybe you do, but even so, they come and go. Sometimes they come, they stay for a while, a little, and they go, you know. Sometimes they come and they stay. Sometimes they come hard and bring you down. So, it's like a boxer who just got knocked out. It's just like that. So living with these symptoms, with this, uh, you know, with this depression, because this first video will be mostly about the depression. Living with them has been, a nightmare. Um, because my life is not really easy. I'm not able to do many things that people who don't have these affections can do. So I can't, for example, go to jobs and keep those jobs because you know I'm assuming that you know at least the basics of what depression is and how it manifests itself. So it's not just sadness. There are many things involved. It's like uh, a total lack of energy. It's a total lack of joy. Um, it's something that brings you down even physically. So when I am depressed, I can't do much. So all I can do is sleep and sleep. That's all I can do. I can't function well. I can't think. I can't. Um, there's this. People say that, come on, you gotta get through it. You gotta, you know, knock it off and get to work because work will make you get out of depression. Well, that didn't work for me, unfortunately. And working, when I was working, um, because I worked many jobs. Well, everything was fine until these problems kick in, uh, especially anxiety, which was one of the main reasons for which I had to renounce some of the jobs that I actually enjoyed doing, and depression. So when I am depressed, I'm not able to do anything. So many times I would call in sick, and I would just lie that telling my boss, I have this problem or that problem or blah blah blah, but I didn't mention depression because people don't know mm, how serious depression is, and they don't understand. So I chose to invent other things, and this happened once, twice, etc. But I was never fired. I just had to quit because I can't do this to the employer forever. Even if they understood and they were like, yeah, okay, go and solve your problems, and when you're okay, come back and stuff like that. But I was so embarrassed that I kept calling in sick and whatever that I decided to, uh, you know, quit. And that made my depression worse because I started thinking that I'm a failure, that I'm not strong enough, that I won't be able to do anything in my life. And even in my family there were many fights about this subject because uh, a big part of my family doesn't really understand and know what depression is. I mean, they know the theory, but they don't actually understand it. They don't understand how much it affects you, you know. And there were a lot of discussions, like, uh, but that's a different story. So I've been through a lot of things due to jobs, and that actually brought about uh, something like a fear of jobs, of going to another job and failing again, and it became like, you know, how should I say? It's been a traumatic experience with jobs, unfortunately. Not because of the jobs themselves, but the way that I managed them and the way that my family reacted. So, like I was saying, a big part of my life has been affected by this, and it's not just about jobs. Even the jolliest and joyous and coolest things um, had to suffer. Like, if I'm depressed, I'm not able to go with friends to have a drink, even though people say, come on, go, it's going to make you better, you know, it's going to help you. And indeed, sometimes it does help me, but getting the getting the strength to just get out of bed and do things the simplest ways, the simplest things, like doing a shower, or just putting some clothes on and going out. It's incredibly hard. It's mental and physical effort to do it. So because of this, I lost many friends because, you know, after I refused many invitations, they were like, okay, fuck you, I'm not going to ask anymore, and stuff like that. Or when we did meet and I was in these situations, I would just ruin their time. So indeed, it affected my friendships, and quite the same happened with um, relationships. You know, although when I was in relationships, I didn't suffer from depression that much. But yeah, that's how the depression has affected my life, and I found ways to deal with it, like after many years of doing psychotherapy and taking psychiatric treatment and stuff like that. I learned many things about myself, about these conditions, and how to handle them. So, um, people will, you know, find their own ways to deal with them. I personally, for example, I've been in and out of the psychiatric hospitals for many times, and I went from a doctor to another and changed the prescriptions, the pills and stuff like that, the treatment itself. But in the past, I don't know, I think it's almost 10 years since I found a great psychiatrist. He's now a professor, but his what I liked about him, unlike other psychiatrists in Romania, is that he actually took his time to listen to you, to put the right questions, and to find the correct treatment, because not every treatment is good for everyone. So he had tried various treatments, various pills, blah blah blah, until we found the correct treatment, and that helped me a lot for a long time. I'm actually lately we've started to get out many of the pills in the treatment, and you know psychiatry is great because it helps you with the symptoms, but it doesn't solve your problems. So yeah, it helps me deal with the problems that I have, with the symptoms that I have. It helps me control myself and my thoughts and my feelings much better than I would be without them, because after so many years of taking pills, obviously I became more or less independent, and just renouncing the whole treatment is not a good idea. But I trust my psychiatrist, and so far so good with the psychiatry part. The psychotherapy has been a big disappointment for me, because well, psychotherapy works for some people, and it doesn't for some. It also depends on the type of therapy, if it's right for your condition, if it's right for your personality, and even the therapist matters a lot. So if you find the right therapist and the right type of psychotherapy, uh, there are big chances that it will work. And indeed, I found after changing lots and lots of therapists, I finally found a therapist that managed to help me in many ways. But after a long period staying in therapy, I realized something. What I was actually doing was to pay someone to listen to me and to try to make me think and view things from other perspectives, which is totally fine. It's recommended, because depression really clouds your vision and your thoughts, and many times you have to look in from different angles. because you don't see the picture clearly when you are depressed. So therapy helps you with that. Therapy helps you learn how to understand yourself, how to see things differently. But after many years of going to therapy and reading about psychotherapy and stuff like that, I realized that I was going there and I was just complaining about my problems, and we were trying to find different ways to view the problems, but the problems were still there. So I realized that in order to solve them, to not have the depression and anxiety and blah blah blah, what I have to do is solve the core problems, the ones that give me the depression, that give me the anxiety and stuff like that. So just going and talking about it, it's not enough. I realized that I have to go and do something to solve the problems that were affecting me. And that's exactly what I did. Um, Basically, it was auto therapy. It's like making therapy by myself with myself. After learning a lot from the therapists, after learning a lot by reading, after learning a lot about myself, I started to understand what I have to do in order to control all these emotions and thoughts, and it actually worked much better than psychotherapy itself with a different person. And I went on to solve the problems that were, you know, bothering me, and to a great extent, uh, I was much, much better. I've made a great progress, and I'm not saying that it's my therapist, my psychiatrist, my family, my friends. They are all telling me that I'm doing much better. Uh, but it's a lifetime struggle. I'm I am aware that this is most probably not going to go away, at least not very soon, and I will have to continue to struggle with it, to fight it, because I can't embrace it. I can't embrace something that is destroying me, something that has destroyed my mother to the point which she killed herself. Uh, so all I have to do is just keep fighting, which at times it's like you feel like just giving up, like saying, that's it, I fought for so many years with all my strength, with all my power, and I'm still here, I'm still in the same situation, I can't do it anymore, fuck this. But you have no choice. You have to go on. You have to go on for yourself. Staying and doing nothing will not change anything, only make it worse. Killing yourself will not change much. So, yeah, right now, since I'm in this phase of depression, I am aware that I have to do things. I already started doing things, but I don't know. That's my first free talk video about mental issues and how I came through them, how I started to handle them, um, and I will continue to come back with other videos about mental issues, about mental health, and the other problems that I have. Because I don't know, maybe the people will recognize themselves into this stuff, and they will know that they're not alone in this, and that you just need to go on. You just have to go and fight, and because this comes and goes. As long as you take care of yourself and do what you have to do, um, this will go away gradually. And when it will come back, it will come back milder, or it will come back more rare than it used to be. So you have to learn to live with it, to fight it, and yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to do with this video. So that's about it for today. I don't know. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your minds. Take care of your souls and your bodies. And don't give up. Don't give up. Even if you see me like this right now, I've made the video in this situation especially because I wanted to talk when I'm depressed, not when I'm okay, but I wanted to make a video when I am in the actual phase of depression. But I will make other videos when I'm back to normal, and maybe I'll be more capable of talking more currently, more clearly about these subjects. But until next time, yeah, take care of yourselves and keep it up.